Is Geralt
It even had an
hangover?
effect on Geralt.
Can he get hangover?
I mean,
No,
he can
not
get
really.
tired.
He can be tired.
Yeah.
But in classic form, you lose a friend on a big night out.
That's exactly
It's
the
usually
deal.
everyone else who gets a hangover.
But yeah, we just talked about how important Belletin is, but can we actually go back to like the very basics? So when and where the story takes place? Without like big spoilers.
Without big spoilers. Let's start with where. So,
I can talk about the where, exactly.
okay.
Let's go.
So it's the whole thing plays out in Letten, which is the birthplace of Dandelion. It's in the north, somewhere halfway between Covid and Cadeven, for all you map nerds out there. If you go to the Gulf of Praxeda and take the Buina River to the east and take a right on the Nimnar River, on the other southern shore of the Nimnar, you will find this lovely place that you get to have a beautiful glimpse about. But it's in the north if you want the short, the LDR version.
So I guess we can now go to when.
So, the events of third expansion unravel after Geralt hoped to retire at Corvo Bianco, but then yet another adventure unveils. So this is what I would share in this matter, right? So, and then on one hand, you have already a lot of the story told. Some adventures already there for players to experience, right? And Geralt is also a defined character. But then you wish to say something more and prepare something new for players to discover, to experience, right? Prepare new adventures, new challenges for them. So you build on everything that was said before, and you just stay true to the story, while at the same time you are going to still say something new about new and old characters, about new and old places. I would say that the most challenging part and also the most exciting one was just building on that. So, yeah, I just wished I could already show you all of it.
Soon.
Yes.
Soon.
Soon. But I guess also not only in the form of characters, I suppose with Velen and Toussaint and now Letten, I suppose are the constraints also kind of good in that you're building a new location with Letten and the environment.
Of course,
of
he
that.
has a good
So it comes
reason
with its own challenges.
why
Yes.
to be back in the past. Yes, Peter
Absolutely. And yes, I'm trying to find a good drop spot for my talking, but I have a 2-second delay. So sorry for that. I don't mean to interrupt anything. But what Carolina said about the challenges of the story basically applies to the shaping of the world, because the basic story, the basic outline has some really, really great vision elements that we want to cater to, but also enable the player side of exploration, not just the story side of exploration. So we are an open world RPG, and we are going to stay true to that in Songs of the Past as well. And we want to make sure that you are enabled to explore, but guided gently towards elements of the story, so you can still experience it as we sort of intend, but in your own pace, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's directed, but gently, and lets you engage in open world activities while you're already invested in a greater storyline unfolding. So it's still up to you, but nicely framed. And this, I think, was one of the biggest challenges still, which was the biggest challenge in the original game as well.
And I guess on that, Peter, what, as players are sort of taking in the world and the architecture and all the work that the team has done, what's something that you really hope that they'll get to see and immerse themselves in, and maybe like the finer details?
Well, there's going to be a lot of beautiful stuff and a lot of characteristics that you can experience, and they are going to be obvious. But I would like the players to pay attention to the second layer of this whole world, which is the level design intention. I'm speaking towards my department, of course, because there's a lot of goodwill and greatly skilled intention behind every single pebble, every single asset placed to basically enable what we mentioned earlier, this kind of gentle guidance to make sure that you see everything that we intended you to see, but still let you roam free in the most convenient and accessible manner. So whenever you're on any path, you're enjoying any interior castle, dungeon, anything that you engage with, if you have a moment to appreciate all the good intent, the framing, the composition, the colors, the lighting, do yourself a favor and pay attention to that, because there's a lot of professional skill and effort that went into every square centimeter of this new world.
Yeah, I think while we traverse through Latin, could you tell us more about the inspiration? Because I already see in comments that it looks like Italy, it looks different than what we're used to. So maybe a few words about creation of Latin.
Right. So we still wanted to keep this character of Latin that is very close to our fond childhood memories of holidays spent at grandma and grandpa in the countryside. So when exploring Latin, when entering Latin, you should feel that from the get-go, right? This is a very calm land, an idyllic land, a rich one, but also mornings are fresh, right? You can see the crisp light traveling on all the vegetation and like shining on you through the leaves, and you can actually feel it that it's peaceful, it's there. So it's familiar for the Polish countryside, I would say, but also, as we can see right now, we also took some inspirations from British Isles when it comes to architecture, and it has a further connection to the lore, to the story of this place, because Dandelion, whose family is the owner of the land, they are counts, right? So as we were looking for something connected with the title of the count itself, we were looking into the British Isles as well, to Tudors a little bit, and then we've inspired our architecture connected to the family, to the family estate, most on them, while also rest of Latin, the valley and villages and other points of interest are based on what we know from the countryside.
I think Latin looks absolutely beautiful, and I think it's going to be my favorite zone next to Toussaint, I think.
Yeah. There's something about Tucson where it's like, oh, this is how I want to retire. But this, I completely can see the
So I agree.
touch of hominess.
We all are moving to Latin.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Amen.
You're done.
But when you choose the agglomeration to retire, I think Latin will be your travel destination for sure. It's a different kind of lush and blessed, I think.
Yeah, no, even, just looking at this artwork right now,
Yes.
it's so beautiful. I can see the countryside. Obviously, with that comes people, NPCs, all the animals and everything. I think that populate it and make it feel really lived in as well. I think it's really, really beautiful. I think
Our community team really outdid themselves when they were planning and designing and implementing everyone inhabiting the lands of Latin. You will see, during this small snippet that we showcased, you already got a glimpse of how it looks and feels, but there's so much more beyond that, obviously. You will see what these people do for a living, and we took great effort into thinking out how all these small but still industrious endeavors interconnect with each other systemically. So there's a whole ecosystem of making a living and having fun while doing it in Latin.
so cool.
Yeah.
So into it. So I feel like there is many, many, many questions coming through from the community and chat right now. It's almost difficult to keep track of how many, which is great why we have the moderators here to help us out. But I suppose on the note of entering the world of Latin, experiencing it, is there maybe any hints? One thing people are raising is how old is Dandelion at this point? Do we know?
Someone already said about Dandelion in the store that he is almost 50, acts like, well, 16.
He's a young soul.
That's what keeps the body young and,
Invigorated.
the mind and
He's
the
young
soul
at
has
heart
to
all
be
the
young.
time,
Yes.
young at heart. That's the most important stuff, guys, to always be young at heart.
He's definitely old enough to drink.
I mean, he went missing after Peloton night, so probably that's why. There was also one of the questions in the chat. Do I have to finish just the main story, or do I have to finish all expansions to be able to play Songs of the Past?
So in order to experience Songs of the Past, you will be able, you have to finish the main story, and that's it.
Cool.
But as a side note, I would finish all expansions because they're fun.
Of course. And then of course they give you more context.
Yes,
And
yes.
we, with Songs of the Past, we follow on that context as well.
Okay.
Since choices and consequences.
And we love choices and consequences. And I suppose on that note, in our quest design and everything, I would assume that there is some morally gray decisions that need to be made for the players.
Since this is fully fledged expansion, next one in line, right? You can expect everything that was there in previous ones. So yes, consequences, morally, maybe not morally gray area, maybe that's I misspoke. However, those choices would not always be easy. That's what I really wanted to say, right? They will be challenging. They will be hard. They will demand sacrifice on this way or another. And yeah, consequences all the way.
Consequences of your actions.
I mean, we now are showing the beautiful art of Peloton, right? And I think Peloton might also have its own consequences. So I guess you guys need to just wait, play the game when it's out to find out what those are.
Absolutely. I suppose for my own personal interest, and I suppose everybody else's, romance?
Yes.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
Go. So, guys, we know you were waiting for romance option. Yes, more romance for Geralt. Let's go.
He deserves it. He
He
deserves
deserves
some
it. He deserves it.
So choices. Yen or somebody else, right?
I do want to ask Peter, are you excited about the romance?
It's an exciting part of the whole experience with the context, what leads to it and what follows after. I think that's where how the whole experience comes to full fruition. So this is what I'm mostly looking forward to. Of course, I'm part of development. I know a lot of things, and I have to know a lot of things how they unfold. But there's a lot of iteration when it comes to the story. So I get to be treated to a lot more than players will actually experience, because I see the development phases of the story, and everything that leads to these points is so exciting. I guess the journey is what matters most.
Is there anything when it comes to Latin, and again, question to Peter, because you're the word designer, right? What do you like about Latin the most? What's like, you look at it and be like, wow, this is something I'm really excited about.
I would like to say the contrast, and I'm threading very carefully here because I don't want to spoil anything, but what you see is not everything the DLC has to offer. And of course, there is an underbelly to everything pleasant that you experience. And this kind of comparison between all the things that I'm not allowed to talk about is the most mind-blowing part of Latin and Songs of the Past.
But then it wouldn't be a fully fledged Witcher story without this Dark
Yes.
right? So yeah.
Yes. So the the tagline on the box will not be "Everything went according to plan."
Where are you, Dandelion?
I suppose on that note, Carolina, what's your favorite thing about Blend?
Oh, there are so many. No, it's a tricky question. My favorite part is that we are able to say something new about characters. We are able to say that everyone can change their fate if they wish to, but no one can really do it alone, I guess. So I really find comfort in knowing that we build this story about real friendship or what the real friendship means.
Yeah.
Why actually that story?
Sorry?
Like, why are we talking about like friendship and all those events that are gonna happen in Songs of the Past? Why we decided to go with that one, not with something different? I don't know, with Geralt chasing someone like Yennefer.
Oh, he will be chasing someone. But yeah, we wanted to say something more about people that are important for Geralt, and one of these guys is Dandelion for sure. We know him already from books, from games, and yet there is this layer to him that we really don't know, and we wanted also to explore his story. We wanted to give him a bigger role in this one. Still, Geralt is a protagonist, right? But we also wanted to show the dynamic between these two, to show the friendship bromance to some extent. Like, it's really a story about how you can rely on others, but also how you have to be true to yourself and be true to them, like honest with them. So it has ups and downs, like in every relationship of any sort. And we wanted to explore that. We wanted to invite players to Dandelion's homeland because then it's very exciting to show it, to build it, to explore it. So I guess that was it.
Okay. Speaking of Dandelion's homeland, we have his mansion to show. Can we show it?
Yeah.
There it is.
Ah.
Beautiful. What?
Beautiful.
How Dandelion afford that?
Well, how his family afforded.
He didn't buy that.
So on that topic, I would leave it for later, let's say for players to explore, because there is a reason, there is an explanation, I would say. But right now, nowadays,
Secrets.
Yes.
Secrets.
And nowadays, this is how they live, where they live. And yeah, you visit your best friend and you see that indeed he is rich. Like, whoa, that's amazing.
Do you get this from being a bard, bro? Like, this is this is wild.
And he's like, humble about. Thank you.
Yeah, I know, I'm good.
Welcome to my crib, guys.
I
Poetry sells well.
I suppose I love what you were saying about the story of relying on people and each other and our friendships. And I think that that's probably something that I really appreciate about the games as a whole and the books. But The Witcher, at the heart of it, is telling stories that we authentically live and relate to as people on Earth. And I guess, is that something that when you're sitting down with the team and working on this together, are you really thinking about, like, what are the elements that we're trying to replicate and tell from our own stories that people can connect with? Is that like a starting point as you enter into, I don't know, the drawing board of getting the story preparations, or at least the outline underway?
Right. Yeah, I guess that every story comes from either experience or inspiration, right? And they are more authentic when based on actually something that we lived through. Then we speak from the heart. We build it in an authentic way, true to ourselves. And then we always try to say something that we relate to and people on Earth relate to in every story, even if we do not slay monsters day to day. Still, people from Witcher universe have similar or same problems as we do. So yeah, of course, that's extremely important to still deliver something that will always be that always be someone can always connect with.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. So that's one side of the coin, and the other one is to build authentic experiences and to say something from ourselves, to add something from ourselves to it.
Beautiful.
I've seen a question in the chat.
Yep.
Can you explore Dandelion's house or his
Yes.
family house?
Yes.
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 And it has many rooms and corridors, so there is a lot of explore and many secrets.
Okay,
Secrets.
so far we showed you a little bit of the sunny Latin, but it also has woods,
Oh yes.
dark woods,
Lots of it. Yes.
lots of dark woods. Can we maybe talk about how you guys approach designing this contrast between super sunny village and then dark forest with like fog and all that mystery around?
Yeah, this was an exceptionally tricky thing to pull off, and I bet it's the trickiest part of every game that tries to illustrate values through contrast, is how to blend like one extreme into the other extreme. But with clever framing, composition, and distancing and density and encounters and community design and every single component, it's manageable. But you have to be mindful, of course, how you conduct the journey there, how you can end up from one place to another, like accidentally, and make sure that the things do not happen like that unless you intend them to happen like that. So it is kind of tricky, but it requires a lot of testing and a lot of iteration, of course, and subtle play with colors and, of course, expectations, how you set up a certain mood with shapes that bleed out into the surrounding environment a little bit sooner, just to like set the mind in that kind of mood earlier with the smooth transition. So everything happens in good rhythm and pacing.
Yeah, beautiful. As a side note, the framing of the moon, the whole way coming in, I was like, oh, wow, look at that moon.
We've seen a lot of questions. Who is he with?
Yes.
We will talk about characters later. So stay tuned, stay on the stream. After the break, we'll be talking about characters. So who knows? Maybe we'll explain who she is.
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see. Okay, well, we still have roughly 10 minutes.
Yeah, so we still have a laundry list of questions. But I would love to know, Carolina, Peter, if you could describe Songs of the Past in 3 words, what would they be?
That's a hard one. So, exciting, mysterious, I would like to say, and Dandelion.
Perfect.
I was giving it a lot of thought, and similar buzzwords come to mind, of course. There's a lot of cool things that we focus on, but I want to say a 3-word sentence like no small adventure. Everything that you engage in is so embedded in narrative, and there's so much interconnectedness with everything the lore Sapkowski's books has to offer, that we don't have checklist things to do. Everything you can actually do homework about and research that we offer as activities, ranging from the smallest thing to, of course, the largest engagement. So this is what I would sum up the DLC with.
Cool, thank you very much. And for people who are here at Gamescom with us, how excited you are to show bits of your work to them, and what are you hoping for to hear after they leave the cinema?
I mean, I was waiting for this moment for very long, and I know that our team is also on site, very, very excited to hear all the news coming to us from Gamescom, to see all the reactions. We just really were craving for it finally, since we were working on this one for so long. And then you guys can see it, but there is actually a very long queue like behind that wall, and also behind that wall people are also like peeking to the studio, and there are already crowds waiting to see what we have to show them. I would say that, well, it's great to be here. It's great to celebrate the hard work of everybody involved in the demo. And yes, give us your thoughts after this. Give us your reactions. Tell us what you think.
So it's maybe the good moment to bring up the QR code again, right?
Yeah. I think if we can pop the QR code on stream, and then obviously if anybody in the line perchance might be listening in on the streams while they wait in line to play, for example, we do actually have a notice board just behind us on the booth where everybody can write into us to share any questions they might have that they would like asked during the Q&A sessions. But also writing notes to the devs, because sadly we can't bring the whole team to Gamescom as much as we would love to. So it'd be really nice if you have any feedback or thoughts you'd like to share, well wishes to the team. We would love to receive them and be able to share them with the devs so that they can also enjoy all the fruits of their hard work. Because I just think it would be nice to do.
Yes. Laura, what about the secret password
The secret password.
for the contest?
You want me to
Drop it.
drop it?
Oklahoma, not this one.
No.
Are we back on the path, Amelia?
We are back on the path. We are. So if you actually want to participate in a contest, we just dropped the secret password that you need to include. So, we are waiting to read your comments, what you liked the most about this stream, any other panel that we're having for you today. And yes, rules are posted in the description on YouTube and spammed in the chat now and again. So don't miss it. And I think that's it for now. Carolina, Peter, do you have anything that you would like to mention to our viewers?
I would just like to invite everyone to see what we present to you on Gamescom, and then see you on the path indeed.
I just want to say I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to back on the path. And if you guys are curious how this will compare to the original experience, it is fueled by the very same spirit. So it's going to be great.
It's going to be great indeed. Okay, guys, so I guess that's it for Story and the World. We will be back after the roughly half an hour break. The schedule is also in the description on the YouTube and will be posted now and again during the break, so you can see when we're back. I've seen a lot of comments about time zones. We are in Europe, so time zones are CEST. So try to plan your day accordingly.
If you can.
If you can.
I know some people maybe should be asleep at the moment.
Yes.
But we're happy to have you here with us. And Peter, Carolina, thank you so much for being here with us. To our chat, thank you for being here with us. And we will see you again very soon.
Very soon. And talk about characters and
Thank you
monsters.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon, guys.
Bye. Take care.